How's it, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Am I excited today? Long awaited, the new Denon X3800H. They changed their packaging. Very nice anniversary packaging that they have for their 110 year. Very much like the packaging that they had on the well, not the same, but you do get the same, like the little since 1910 little logos. Why? So the new ranges that came out now that you can get is the 2800H and the 3800H. The 4800H is only coming, I think, in Feb of next year. Then the 6800 is coming a bit later. And then the new flagship that's going to go above the 8500, I always forget that model number, I'll link it in. It's the new 15 channel amplifier that's going to be a beast. When the big boy comes out, I might think of replacing the A110. We'll see. I love my A110. But for now, I think this is the place to be. The 2800 doesn't have all the extra toys that this gives you. And this is what makes this receiver, for me, on paper at least, the place to be. We are going to be comparing this directly against the Pioneer, which I was disappointed on. So let's hope that this does not also drown my enthusiasm. So let's see. What I like about this unit off the bat, this being a 3800, you get Odyssey. I'm just looking for the labeling on the packaging. Not Odyssey, Oro 3D. Oro 3D on a 3000 unit. That's insane. Then you still get your Odyssey. You get the normal Odyssey. Then you get the XT32, and you can now get D-Rack. As of this moment, you can't really add that on. It's going to be available in next year. I'm not a fan of D-Rack. I know everybody goes crazy about D-Rack. I've played with D-Rack on the NADs, I've played with D-Rack on the Pioneers. I just don't like them. They do not give you the customization that Odyssey does. Yes, if you're just going to plug it in, run it, I'm guessing if you just do that and that is what you want, then you're fine. But even if you want to tweak around and play, you can't do that much. That's why I still like my Odyssey. And I love that Denon gave you the option for both. So they tick their box that works, and they tick the box that gives you the optional. As I unbox, I'm going to go through the other stuff that is on here that is different to this model than the previous models. They kept their look the same, but we'll talk about that now. Let's get to unboxing this. I mean, guys, once again, I actually need to buy these units. So if I tell you on a unit that I don't like this and I don't like that, it's not as if this stuff was given to me. I need to buy them and keep them as stock in my demo rooms, etc. So I actually hurt myself by saying something is not good, because then I battle to sell that product. And I don't want to do that, but I also owe it to you guys to give you a fair review. Otherwise, what's this channel worth? So let's see. Opening up this, we are greeted with the same. Congratulations, download the app, etc. This is very much the same. Remote, batteries, microphone, power cord, and then your box that you normally get, your quick start guide, your antenna aerials for Wi-Fi, quick start guide, your labeling stickers that you can label all your wires, that's the same. Your microphone stand, if you're going to build it, if you don't have your own, that's the same. Let's get to the goodies. So let's look at the remote. I just want to, you know what, I'm going to put the box on the floor for now until we get to taking it out. So the remote, let's take it out. Let's see if anything has changed. The remote feels a bit watered down. Feels like the remote on the 2800, to be honest. So this is a bit of points down. I get that everyone wants to cut costs nowadays, but the remote feels plastic. It's not. There's the good remote. I always recommend this if guys can, if they're serious. Go to your nearest dealer like myself and order. This is the remote from the 8500. So this one has it's got the light up buttons. If you move it around, there's too much light here, you won't see it now. And it's got the learning where you can learn all the different components. It's just a heavier. This is a nice remote. This is a cheap remote. We just good plasticky. So okay, it's a remote. It needs to do what it does. So not gonna take off too many points, but yeah, they can up this remote a bit. So let's go on to the next. Your included batteries, and you have your mic. As I said, I'm just going to put this stuff to the side, put this to the side. Let's get to the business part of things. That's hefty. It's hefty. So this remains the same. I always like to take these off nicely, so when I sell them on again to one of my clients, they can have the same unboxing experience. So I normally stick those down. Looks like this tape is so fresh, it's not coming off too nicely. With these units being brand spanking new, these are the first ones that came into the country now. Not many people have them yet. Okay. Let's actually do this. I don't want this obscuring the camera. Put that in the box. Bring this back. Let's just see if you guys still have a good vantage of this unit. I'm going to bring you slightly forward a bit. Let's tilt this down so you guys can see. Okay. So on the front, not much has changed. The knobs, or be they plastic, they feel so much better than, I'm just going to come out and say it, than the Pioneer. It's got a nice click to it. It just feels better. This face also being plastic, it's better built. The screen, everything looks better. It doesn't have the flip down panel. The 4800 is going to have that, but that panel that comes on the Pioneer just feels plastic and flimsy in any case, so they could have left it. So I like this, nice and clean. I do like a flip down panel, so not gonna lie, on the 4800 that panel is going to be nice. This will all be proper milled aluminium, the knobs, the face, but also on the 4800 you're going to be paying at least another I'm not sure, we'll have to see what the price is, but this doesn't come in bad. This unit comes in at 42,000 Rand, so it's a good 6,000 Rand cheaper than the Pioneer. Has the same amounts of channels, although being a little bit less power at 9 times 180, as much as you can take these power ratings at face value. You know, they're not all measured the same. You'll have to hear what they sound like, but the Pioneer did have good power. We'll see how good this is. Otherwise, much the same here. USB in the front. Oh, I see they dropped the HDMI on the front. They used to have an HDMI on the front, so they've dropped that now. So it's only HDMI at the back. You got your headphones, you got your setup mic, and your normal buttons. Let's turn this baby around and check the back. So now you have all 8K on these. So you still have your free outputs. You have your ARC and your eARC. You have a Zone 2 4K and 8K, and a Zone 2 is 4K only. So this is 8K on the eARC, and on the Monitor 2. I'm not quite sure if it's Monitor 2 as well. I'll check on this. But on Zone 2 it says 4K only on that out. The rest of these are all 8K HDCP 2.3, so 8K or 4K 160. You have your terminals. You have your terminals 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Sorry, I'm still not sure about.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So you have your 11 outs, but I think one of them, this one is going to be these are assignable, so you can assign the heights, And as always, if you add, this has got 11 pre-outs as well. So if you add a power amplifier to this, it becomes a 11 channel unit. And you have more signability, as I had the problem on the other units. Here's the biggest thing, guys. This is the biggest thing. 4 independent come on. 4 independent subwoofer outs on the Pioneer, and the same of the NAD778. They're not even independent of the 2 of them. This has 4 independent. What does this do? You can set your room up in such a way where you have bass front left, bass front right, bass rear left, bass rear right. So if you're watching something like the demo we watched on Jurassic Park, the last one, where that dinosaur which is hanging out of the plane in the seats, the dinosaur comes walking around, you actually hear the bass panning. Doof, doof, doof. That is epic to me. That's something I'm going to test out on this unit. So that makes this one of the only units that can do this at the moment, to have 4 independent sub outs. And that means completely eliminating the need for something like a mini DSP. Okay, so they did drop some of the legacy inputs. As you can see, they're not all here, but who still uses those? If you do, yeah, this is not going to work for you. They did drop the legacy inputs. On the other ones, they still have the triggers. They still have the signal ground for your phono. Most of the stuff is here that you need. And something I noticed, they made the chassis more compact. So it's...
Sure, I understand.
My phone just wants to do things today, my watch. So they made this a bit more compact. So this is smaller by about, I think it was something like 20 millimeters that it's smaller. But you can see it's very compact in here. But also being made smaller, and then also dropping the legacy inputs, the weight remains the same. So obviously they made up for the weight somewhere, and I'm thinking it must be on components on the internals. It looks very well built, like they always are. We'll see where I'm going to put it. It's very close by at the top. We'll see if heating is an issue, because it's going to be running a small MK system. But otherwise, very happy with the look. Well, the look. I think Denon is due for updates. This look has been around for a long time now. Everyone is doing new things. Marantz is doing new things. Yamaha did new things. I think Denon is time for updates. I think on their next units, they're going to change the look of their faces. Maybe they will, maybe they won't. Let's see, but I think it's time. Guys, so I'm going to pop this in now. Going to set it up, run a calibration, and then I'll let you guys know what I think of the actual use of this unit and what it sounds like. I actually only wanted to do the video once it's up and running, guys, but once I saw the new on-screen menu, something I had to show. It's such a welcome sight to see when things are innovated and it's new. Look how nice. And actually, I took the wrong remote now. I took the Samsung remote and it works perfectly, but I actually want to set it up with the Denon remote. Look how nice the new graphics are. So I'm not going to be running more than 9 speakers. They take you through everything, but actually the little videos of how to do like all those little illustrations, it's so cool to see. So all the gooey, whatever you call it, on-screen menus, they change now. Yeah, center speaker. Yeah, surrounds. So for those of you that haven't set up a unit like this before, this is how easy they make it. They really feed you with a spoon where to put what. We do not have backs. Yes, I am running heights. So here's the cool subwoofer feature now, guys. So if you have subs, how many? 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's say if we put 4, standard, directional. So you can go and say what type of low frequency you want. Subwoofers So standard to output the same low frequency sound to all subwoofers. Select directional to output low frequency to nearby floor speakers. So you're going to want directional. So then place the subwoofers in the four corners. This is so cool. This is the first AVR or processor I've seen able to do this. Epic. So I'll let you know how this comes out. Another nice little feature on the 4K 8K signal format, you can now go and select independently what you want to enhance. So if you got an Xbox, you can go 8K enhanced on that and leave the others as is. And then you can also upscale. My TV can't do 8K, but when I can do that, I will most definitely use that. So also now I was at output settings, and if you go HDMI upscaler, so let's say you want to upscale everything to 8K, you can, and it will also tell you the 4K 8K signal format for this input must be set to 8K enhanced to use the 8K upscaler. So I will not do that, but as soon as I do get my hands on an 8K TV set, most definitely I will do that. So another nice little nifty feature. Look how cool this is, guys. You can now, at your speaker connections, you can say, do you want speaker plus pre-out, pre-out only, speaker plus pre-out. So if you are going to be power amping the fronts, you can say pre-out only and disconnect those front channels. Now you can use those somewhere else. That is so cool. Geez, guys, if these features weren't enough, look at this. So you go in, let me go out. You go into tactile transducer setup. And then you can activate that. And you can use the LFE outputs, the 4 of them that you're not using. And you can tactile transduce them. So these are for bass shakers and stuff underneath your seat. Flip, they really did think of everything. This unit so far. Like I said with the Pioneer, you don't get settings. With this, you get all the settings and stuff you didn't even know you needed. I'm beyond impressed. Okay guys, so I've been testing this unit between yesterday and today, and this is my new go-to unit for going forward. It is that good. I would love to see what the Mornes will bring. I would love to see what the Mornes will bring to the table. If it's going to be this, just with a bit more on the stereophile side, and also the look of the Mornes is going to be much better. But also the premium that you pay for that look on the Mornes and the build quality is also going to be substantially more. So do you pay more for the look, or do you have the same sort of internals and pay less but have it all packaged up in a more basic appearance? It's difficult because I also can't wait for that Mornes. The same sort of internals, just with the different HDAM DACs that they put onto it. So I'm going to have to reserve my opinion on the Mornes until I've had it in my hands. But as it stands today, between all of the units, so we can't call them entry units. We will call these mid-level units, sort of where you want to be, because all the stuff below this is trickled down and doesn't really always do what you want it to do. This is where it starts doing what you want to do, and when you go up from here, it just builds on that. So for me, I'm going to call them mid-level where you want to be units. So between those units, we have the Denon X3800H. We have the Mornes that is not yet available here, so I can't comment. We have the Yamaha A4A. We have the Pioneer 505 that I reviewed a while back, and we have the Onkyo RZ50. this for me, if you ask me now, what will you take? This. And I'll recommend this to clients as well. It priced the best. It's got the most features. As you'll see in this video on some of the stuff I showed, what you can do feature-wise, because I wasn't even going to show that. And while I was setting up the units, like, just blew my mind. It's revolutionary, the features that they built into this unit. So my only gripe with the new menus is that it needs a bit of updating, but with time it will happen. These are brand new menus, they've just been implemented, where the old menus have been coming along for years, so they've been fine-tuned. This, I think, maybe give it 3 updates, everything's going to be sorted. Not that there's any issues, it's a bit laggy. Sometimes they go quick, and then sometimes you'll go into a menu and it takes a while for that menu to load. So just small things like that. And what I would like them to change is on the level calibrations, where you go to speaker levels. You used to be able to go between all the speakers quickly. Now it's I like it to be quick, because what I do is I sit after I calibrate it and I go through them quickly and I hear with my ear if they are all level matched. It's fine to use a meter. I like my ears, because then I can hear the panning that is all in the level I want it to be. And when there's a delay, it sort of takes my mind off what I'm doing. So Sound United, if you are listening, get that back to where it was. And then just normal menu stuff, just get the menus quicker, but that's it. Other than that, this unit's amazing. The way you can set the fronts, and all those speakers you can set. Do you want to use the pre-outs? Do you want to use pre-outs and speaker? Do you want to disconnect that speaker so we can get all the power to the other speakers that aren't on power amplifiers? Speaking of the power amplifier section, I did try that. It's sublime. It's sublime. The power amp just takes it to a whole new level, but we're not reviewing that now. I just tested it for the pre-outs and it works fantastically. So, but as this unit stands as a 9-channel unit, this is where you want to start off, because from here you can build on to getting a power amplifier, make it an 11-channel unit. You can actually power amplify all your ground floor speakers, your 5, and then have the heights and even your rear surrounds running off the receiver. Disconnect internally the 5 channels that you have now power amped and have all that power available for the heights. Why disconnect, you ask? Okay, so if you guys take your car, for example, and you are running aircon in that car, the newer cars are different because aircon's electronic, but older cars, if you activate the aircon on that car, it draws power from the engine. You put it off, the power comes back. So you would say, okay, if the aircon is off, I'm not using it. That pump is still running off the motor. So even though the power is more, there's still a percentage that's at idle that is being used. So if you can disconnect internally, all that power is now available for the channels that are actually going to use them. Great. What shows on this unit is years and years of refinement. I'm going to go back to Pioneer because I was looking so forward to that unit, and everyone asked me, you know, it's a great sounding unit. Why did I give it a bad review? Because it shows. It's got the power, it's got all that stuff. Sorry, yeah, come here. Guys, I'm just going to take the cat out. It wants to jump on everything. Okay, I'm back. So it shows. The Pioneer has the power, but it has none of the control. You can't set what you want to set. You can't make it do this. You can't disconnect internally like I did just said. You can't choose where you want to use those assignments. You need to do what Pioneer or Onkyo wants you to do. I don't like that. I have been in this for long enough. I want to do what I want to do. I know what I like. I know how I want it. I want my cake and I want to be able to eat it. I'm paying the money. Give me what I want. That's it. Sound United has listened to all of the reviewers, all of their clients, and they've given them, with time, they've given them what they want. Processors have now, in my eyes, become obsolete because you can process now if you want. You can disconnect. You can use amplification. Yes, there's still a market for processors and some people buy processors, but they are seriously expensive. And the downside is, let's say you're buying a big Denon 8500 or one of the new ones coming now. You're paying a premium, but you got that onboard amplification. So once it comes with that unit is now basically obsolete. You can still sell it on to someone who's sort of building up in the hobby. They don't care about all the new 12K, 15K, 25K. They're happy with 4K. So they will buy that unit from you because they can still use it. Processor, you're sitting with a brick. Because I mean, they can use the tick, but there's nothing more than the tick on that thing, which is now outdated and obsolete. And they've caught onto it because I'm sure they saw their sales going down the gutter. Because let's face it, this stuff is expensive. When we started out in this hobby 20 years ago, you could buy a nice Denon or a Yamaha flagship tier stuff. Not even 20 years, man. 10 years ago, you could buy this level for 10,000 Rand, maybe even under. Now, 42,000 Rand. It's gone up fourfold. But that being said, the Pioneer is 48,000 Rand. The 303 is 44,000 Rand. So this being 42, still the way to go. We'll see when the Morne drops. That's going to be expensive. That's going to be a premium. If you guys haven't seen it, I'm adding pics again now. The build quality is mind-blowing level. The remote, where this is plastic, that Morne is aluminium. They went back to their roots where they were flagship builders. I think Morne just said, stuff it. We're going back to the best or nothing. So everyone is excited for that unit. I can't wait. But as it stands now, today, guys, if you are on the fence, should I pay more for the Morne? I've not yet heard it, but if you can afford it, why not? They are basically brother and sister companies sharing components, going to have the same menus, amplification. Some things are different, but if you can afford it, why not? But if you can't, you're not going to be sorry. This is what you want to do. I've been playing with this unit. I've been running my small little MK system. I've been doing stereo music, sublime. I've been doing movies, sublime. Stereo, sublime. Image, sublime. Games, everything. It has done it in spades, and it just said, give me more. I've pushed the system to where my ears give out. But the speakers or nothing has started to distort or given out or nothing. And now, where you can also, on the higher end Denons, you used to be able to do voice adjustments. Not going on your speakers and putting center level up by 5 or 6. You can just leave your levels and go into voice and say, adjust my voice, give me a low, give me a mid, give me a high. The high always sounds a bit screechy. I would go low or medium, no more than that. But this unit now allows you to do that. You go into your options menu, dialogue enhancer, now standard on this level. Auro 3D, now standard at this level. They've given us more than we would ever ask for at this level. It's amazing. But also, they are clever because you still have your entry units and then you have where you want to be. They just made it a bit more affordable to get there. So you really want to go up to the bigger stuff. Because can I tell you, many people ask from this to like a Denon 8500, is there what is the price difference? Is there more than double the price difference? Yes. Hell yes. I thought about taking this and putting it where my A110 is, and I just can't. My mind won't allow me to do that because I know the unit can't perform at that level. That's why I would wait for the new 15 channel, and hopefully I don't need to sell more kidneys because I only have like a quarter left. No, I'm joking. I have all my organs, but I thought about it. So I want that unit. We'll see what it's going to price at, but it's going to be expensive, I know. Okay, guys, I'm going off track again. Let's rate this. Build quality. And I'm talking about aesthetic build quality. I'm going to give it a 7 because it is still plasticky. We are aiming at a price. There is no drop down face. Yeah, we're aiming at a price here, or they are aiming at a price. Internal build quality, I'm going to give it a 9. It's good. You can see the internals are done well. So if they did take any places where they could save money, it's on the aesthetics. Denon has never been one for aesthetics. That is Morne's division. But okay, so build quality, internally 9, externally 7. Software is going to be an 8 just because of the bugs, but it is a welcome sight to see new software. Sound quality, I am going to give a solid 8 as well, only being that what you can do better is going up to the better units, so that's an 8. Functionality and options, 10 out of 10, Denon, 10 out of 10. Stuff on here I would never expect at this price. I'm getting goosebumps as I'm talking about it, and everyone that knows me, when I talk about something and I get goosebumps and I get excited, you know I'm not sugarcoating it. It is sublime. Functionality 10 out of 10. I don't think they can up this for another 3-4 years. This is gonna be, you can buy this and be okay for at least 3-4 years, maybe even 5. Some people might even use this for how long? Because we are at 8K now. Where are they going to go? 16K, 24K. You can't even utilize 8K on a TV like this. Maybe on a huge projector where you have a massive screen, you'll start seeing that. But I think 4K for most of us is going to be okay for a very long time. Okay guys, I'm ranting on now, making this very long. That's my review of the new Denon 3800. Go out, buy it. Contact your nearest dealer, see what deals they can do you. Contact me, contact Homation. Oh, there is stock on these. That's another great thing. So on previous stuff, if you wanted stock, you go into a waiting list and you have to pre-order. There is currently stock on this. So don't delay, treat yourself for Christmas, get yourself a new Denon. Guys, till the next video. I'm not sure if I'm going to be making another video. I might have some stuff coming in. I might not. We're getting to the end of the year. I've got 2 weeks left and then we're done. So guys, go out, be safe, enjoy the holidays. And if anything has taught us, if we've learned anything over the past 2 years, it is enjoy today. Don't wait for tomorrow. With COVID, we've lost so many loved ones. You might not have them tomorrow. Go out, enjoy it today. On that note, guys, be safe, be positive. See you on the next one. Cheers. Bye.